Morning, guys. We got the heater running, got the old Venom in here, and you can already see we got something going on with the track. So when we bought this, we knew it had a loose wheel bearing over here on this rear idler. That one's a little sticky. Oh, it's hitting the there's a small one. Those are both pretty wore out. How about all right, looks like we're taking this axle out too. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to let the suspension down. I kind of prefer Polaris already. Polaris has just got that big coil spring with one long leg, and you just pop it out of the holder and boom, she's loose. I think. So I'll probably end up stacking some boards, and I think I got my floor jack still available. I got like this little piece of plywood or a 2x6 and kind of support. Anyway, let's get dug into this wheel bearing snap ring fight. So anyway, speaking of snap rings and wheel bearings, this is the inner rear wheel, and then this is the outer rear wheel that's still here, and I cannot for the life of me find a snap ring in here. So I'm going with the story that these are non-serviceable. So I'm trying to get through to the sled dealer. So it sounded like it was these bearings. The previous owner told us, if I remember correctly, it was these bearings. Same as a Polaris, but they're not. They're actually quite a bit different. They're much smaller in diameter, and then the inner shaft size is just way different. So it'd be pretty cool if somebody took a machine shop and opened up the center bore and put some good wheel bearings in here. There's a bike guy or something like that. He's got some videos on his Yamaha, I think Viper, and he'll go in there and tell you some more about the wheel bearings and the fourth wheel kit and all this and that. So let's get cracking. Okay, that's the right size as far as the shaft. Come on. Unstick yourself. Alright, no use leaving that here. So, you see that cotter pin? Yeah, there's threads on in there, but when that bolt came out, it broke the cotter pin and it just pulled everything out with it. Alright, well there's the bearing for that. Man, I wish we could do something for this guy. Or the other one that's gone now. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised. I did not expect to be finding the right wheel bearing in here. So we should be able to give that a little tap back in. Oh, I'm gonna need a whole different socket. Whole different socket entirely. Yeah. It's not going that hard. We'll give it another tap. Center is not the place to be tapping a wheel bearing, but I could have just done it with the hammer handle too. So I think that's acceptable. Alright, I'm pretty sure this was leftover small idler bearings from, yeah, Polaris, somewhere around the year 2000. I had a 99 or something triple, and I have a 2000. I have a pair of 2002s, so it's from one of those. All right, then you want to go around the edge. Bit of a tamp, make sure these guys are all seated. See, that was not quite seated. One way you can tell is how close the two ears are. If they're really close, then something's the matter. Well, that looks good. So we could feasibly put the axle back in. Probably not. Alrighty, well. Here's a spacer that's pretty straight. This is shop vice mark, so we could fix that with some sandpaper. Got a little divot grinding off the old, what's it called? The old bearing race. So I think we should be good. We'll just have to figure out the arrangement. I don't want to do this stupid roll pin thing again. I would much rather just have a bolt in either end like the Polarises have. It'd be pretty easy to cut this guy off here and just put a bolt in it. I just don't really want to be the perpetrator of that. It'd be pretty easy. You could probably drill this out to 27/64 and then thread it to 1/2 inch, and then just have a 1/2 inch bolt in there with grade 8 or grade 8 Loctite. So we're gonna pack some of this stuff up, and we'll probably head up north as soon as we possibly can. It looks like we'll be spending the day on the road trying to chase down parts, and then tonight, if all works out, we'll be picking up our new Polaris. I've looked at so many Polaris Liberty 600s now, I can't remember what I'm buying. It's a red and yellow one. The Liberty 600, it's a 2002 V4 reeds. It's got a trail can and bar risers. Very nice track, no studs. So, and it's got paperwork. So that'll be a first for me. That'll be pretty nice. I think I'm getting the sled around $1,000 under market value. So My plan is to have it for a stand-in, and if I like the V-Force and the trail can stuff, I can throw it on the black sled and then maybe sell the red one. The black sled's sort of mine. I put my mark on it, so I'd say I need to keep it. Alrighty guys, so let's go back here. So this is my 02 Polaris 600 Liberty 600. I don't understand. It's an XC or something. XPXC. I don't know. It's an edge chassis. So anyway, I did a thing and I cut into the orange wire over here. Added a pair of lights. And it is possible that the switch was up here on the cowl. Perfect spot for it. But the metal bar that runs along the inside, it might have been shorting out on it from day one. So now we're here. I tried to make a metal bar that I could insert in here and use that as a puller, but typical Polaris flywheel is stuck right on there. So we done fabricated ourselves this here puller. It's got the same bolt pattern as this starter cup, so it'll bolt right on there and pull that off like nothing ever. So the only thing is, we're needing basically, yeah, that should pull pretty good. So we're needing oh, lost my train of thought for a sec. Here's the bolts, and here's what we're using. A little bit longer, a bunch of random stuff I had. And if I guessed right, it should fit right in there like that. That's probably a butchered bolt. I mean, the factory ones might work, but I don't have hardly any thread engagement. So these threads might be a little bit angry with all the red Loctite they used on it. I mean, that feels like it wants to start threading. It might be a different thread. So, it won't be any problem to us. I think we're just going to send these 1/4 inch 20 bolts right in there, because the flywheel's toast anyway. The old magnets are broke. So we need to get something done. I'm ready to leave to go pick up some sled parts, so we're going to take the drastic measures necessary. Feels like we might be on the wrong tack. Alrighty. I think we're ready for the big gun. I didn't have too much success with getting 10 mil bolts, but I think I got enough to get the job done. See if the oxyacetylene hose reaches. Wait, maybe we didn't get her after all. But we did break the bolt. That's nice. So, it's a little worm to the touch. I'm guessing the thread's let go. Okay, the other one snapped. There. Alright, we got some more bolts in. Still one broken on the back side. But we're gonna sand it. Looks like we got two trying to pull out. Okay, the other one's a 10 mil on the bottom. Okay, that one's also being pulled out. I suppose I'm just feeling a weld right along the edges, and that way they're united for life and death. I mean, we got to get it off. There's no other option. So we're gonna send it. Well, everything's hotter and hot, and yeah, we broke off the hardened steel shaft thingy. So we had to figure out a different angle. I mean, you could cut the snout off behind the bolts. That should work. But anyway, I think it's 4 o'clock now and I gotta run, so I might be able to get this part for the guy that's got the other thing is, I just remembered I still got the flywheel nut on, so maybe that's the next step to get that off. So I feel so dumb right now. It just never pays to be in a hurry. Alright, let's hit the road. Alright. So as soon as I got the nut off, obviously it came right off. So that style puller will work great as long as you don't get all harebrained and stupid and forget your nuts still on. So I'm gonna have to get a hold of some more hard threaded rod, and looks like I'm replacing all the electronics. I'm thinking the crankshaft seal is gonna be good. I mean, I hope it'll be good. Oh, it's still cold. That's still cold. That's weird. The crankshaft is just toasty. I think probably to burn the rubber seal, you'd have to be, over 200 degrees Fahrenheit. So these are the days, man. This is why I hate being in a hurry doing mechanic work, because this is what always happens. I have a speed called wide open, but it just doesn't work out. So Okay. I think I'll give that a... Alright, I'm back. With my impact gun. Oh, shoot. Yeah, she's toast now. Boys and girls. What should we do? Take the grinder in there and turn it into a flathead. Yeah, I agree with that idea. Alright, well, that did not work out. I don't think I need that. I got some mail today, and I think I know what it is. Wow, whoever packed this must be fresh from the cocaine packing facility. So I got another one just like the one I had. 475 lumens. Try to remember, it's got hard hat clips and other junk. 2-year battery warranty. All day runtime. 3 hours on the spot. Flood is 300 lumens. 5 hours, 10 hours on medium, and 33 hours on low. And the everything bagel is 4.5 hours. I don't understand how you can have all the lights on. There's 3 bulbs. With all of them on, it's 4.5 hours, but with the middle one on, it's 3 hours. I guess it's pretty obvious that they derate the power if you're at full go with all 3. It'd be interesting to see how this does. I thought it's got a ton of light, and you got to remember that the light temperature that they're running on these is I don't know what Kelvin it is. It's 475 lumens, but it's at I'm not familiar enough with Kelvin to really. So usually most LEDs are at 6,000 Kelvin, and the reason for that is the largest amount of light that you can make. Perceptively 6,000 K is the brightest light. But as far as being usable, it's more like 4,500 Kelvin, I think. Like I said, I'm not the smartest guy on color temps. But the point is that the color temperature that Milwaukee is running these lights at, they're using more power, I would assume, to make the same amount light as a 6,500 Kelvin light would. So obviously then makes your runtime lower. And then they got the old hard hat clip things. I've never worn a hard hat, and I never want to, and I don't know what it is about, and I don't want to know. I got better things to spend my time on. Alright, so we want to figure out, get the rating the right side up. It's going to be just like that. Yeah, so I mean, it's a little bit older. So this thing here, I have been told, is a clothing item. There we go. It is. Oh, what brand is it? Zabek. And it is made in Mexico. Yeah, made in Mexico. 50% polyester, 50% cotton, 50%. There's a lot of 50% in there. So size large. Let's take a look at the old one. Yeah, that logo is a little bit smaller, I think, but hey, good to have a nice clean green shirt again. Well, we'll probably bring the puller over here and rebuild everything on it. So, it's very frustrating. I have this guy he's probably about, well, Google Maps says an hour and a half, so probably, give or take, gonna be about 2 hours to get over there. Because I gotta be careful with the trailer or I'll stupid caved in. Well, my wise and honorable wife was out, and she's actually ready to leave. We were gonna leave a couple hours ago. So I'm just gonna get that off my chest. That did not go as planned, and tearing everything apart before I leave and trying to make 100 stops is not gonna work out. So I am either gonna have Yarrow Sled Parts send me my parts, or there's another guy that replied to my message on Facebook. So I'm gonna see if I can get something sent in the mail. And then for the Yamaha, maybe the same thing. I'm thinking we're going to end up with 2 new sleds for this weekend, just because it doesn't snow that often up here. So that means basically we are ready to hit the road. The 4Runner's running, and I should put this shirt on. Well, guys, we're in Auburn, headed home. Got the Pro XcXp on the trailer, and I forgot to shoot video there, but it's been a long, hard day and pretty busy. So we had some food, and things seem to be going well. So that's gonna be it. I guess tomorrow morning I hope we can go take a look at everything and see what we think. Sounds like we might be getting 2 Ski-Doos as well, so we'll keep you guys. Alright, we're safe back at our house. Gonna say goodnight, guys. Thanks for watching. See more of this tomorrow. Bye.